Hey, this is Paul from Twist and Shout, and I have an episode of Tales of the Wall, episode number 16, our every now and then series where we talk about the various posters and memorabilia on the walls of Twist and Shout and tell some of the stories behind that stuff. So this is episode number 16, and I'm going to begin it with a tale of something that probably won't make the wall, but it's a cool thing anyway. It's a picture from the most recent coalition of independent music stores known as Think Indie convention, which was down in New Orleans this year, or the end of last year. And that's me and my wife Jill, who's co-owner of the store, and Natasha, who's our advertising director here, and Patrick Brown, who's the manager of the store, and oh yeah, Spani Raitt. That's all of us staying there, so kind of a cool picture. But I'll probably never hang that up, but just another interesting thing. So today we're going to kind of do a Hip Hop and Friends episode of Tales of the Wall. There's going to be not all hip hop, but a number of hip hop artists. And the thing that started this was a new piece, which you'll notice just to the west of our gigantic turntable, and it is an awesome piece of memorabilia. It is a Jay-Z Fade to Black bus stop poster. So this is the kind of poster, where they have the bus stop, the big clear bus stops. They'll get these gigantic posters that they slip into those. So this is for Jay-Z Fade to Black, and it is an incredible image of the artist from behind performing to an audience. And a customer just came in and said he sold records, and then he said, "Oh, I also have this poster. Would you be interested in it?" And once I looked at it, I was like, "Oh, hell yeah, I would be interested in that." So we got it. And then I realized immediately it would be far too expensive to frame this thing. It's just too gigantic. And then we started trying to figure out, where are we going to put this? So we went all around the store and tried a couple different places. This thing is enormous. So we actually ended up having to misplace a number of other things in order to accommodate Jay-Z. So first item is the Jay-Z poster. Right above that, you'll notice a smaller poster from an autographed Dilated Peoples, and that comes from 4/12/2004 when we did an in-store with two bands, which was really a different kind of experience for us. We did Jurassic 5 and Dilated Peoples, and they kind of joined each other and followed each other, and it was a really great in-store, and they were both kind of at the peak of their popularity at that point. So there's the Jay-Z item, and above that's this autographed Dilated Peoples item, which you may not have noticed, but it's kind of been hidden away in a corner. And then next to Jay-Z is, it's not exactly hip-hop, but it is probably one of the most beloved, and I've been offered more money, and more people want this thing so bad, and it is the Rick James stand-up from his album Fire Up, and I honestly do not remember where I got it. I don't remember. It came in a big collection somewhere in the 80s or the early 2000s, maybe in the 90s. I bought several of industry promo guys who had a ton of posters and stuff, and this may have been from one of them. But it is a full-length, life-size stand-up of Rick James smoking a joint, looking bad as he wants to, and it's just incredibly cool, and everybody wants it. I've had so many people come in and say, "How much for that?" And I always have to say, it's not for sale. A couple of the other items that got misplaced by the Jay-Z coming up are some photos, which you may not, they're small, so you may not have noticed them, but they're also of hip-hop and or electronic in stores. One of them is Murs, the DJ. No, he's a rapper, and he's we did an in-store with him. I think we might have done two with him, but it was really good, and he was very approachable and an interesting guy, and talked to the store a lot and to the audience a lot. So there's a good picture of him performing. And then a DJ, right next above that, you'll see DJ Vadim, who was an English DJ. And it was the first time I had ever witnessed up close what these turntablists do. This guy is a serious turntablist. He had another guy named First Rate. It was Vadim and First Rate. And these two guys did all the tricks, where they, do things backwards and stand on their heads and do. I mean, it was really amazing. It opened my eyes about what turntablism is all about, and it was a very unique and memorable in-store, and that was also in 2003. Right next to that, you'll see an autographed poster of Ghostface Killah, member of the Wu-Tang Clan, extremely important rap figure and extremely beloved around here. I remember from the earliest days of his solo work, Patrick Brown, the manager, and other people really loved this guy, and he's just remained a real key figure in hip-hop, and so that's another good poster that you may have missed. And then two others that were in that same area that got moved around. One is this turntable poster, and that poster you see there, it's now on the end of our used stereo gear rack. It used to be up next to the gigantic turntable, but it came from, it was like a fold out. You know how Playboy has fold outs of naked women? Well, a magazine that the Beastie Boys put out called Grand Royale used to do fold outs, and this was in a Grand Royale magazine. It was a fold out of all these different turntables, and I just thought it was an amazing poster, and I got it framed and have had it for all these years. But next time you're in, you should come in and look at it. There's an incredible array of old and interesting turntables shown on that poster. And then finally, from 11/17/02, we have this incredible Flaming Lips poster. And this was hanging up where the Jay-Z is now, and that's why I'm talking about it now, just because it got moved and it's in a more visible place on the west wall of the store. This was on 11/17/02, Wayne Coyne came to the store and did a question and answer session. It wasn't an in-store, they weren't prepared to do music, but he just walked in with a Diet Coke, which he always has, and he got up, he put a stool up on the counter, and he said, okay, and he took a microphone and said, okay, let's talk. And there was hundreds of people there, and Wayne just fielded any question for well over an hour. He was amazing, an amazing character. We've had a number of run-ins with Wayne Coyne. They've always been tremendously positive, and he is truly one of the great rock stars and a very disarmingly nice guy. Anyway, this poster I had gotten, I don't know when, but shortly before that in-store, and it tells you how long ago it was because the Red Hot Chili Peppers are the opening act for the Flaming Lips, which it would not be the case now. Now the Flaming Lips would surely open for the Red Hot Chili Peppers, but either way, it's a beautiful Flaming Lips poster, screen-made poster by Wayne Coyne. The art is by Wayne Coyne. It's also autographed by Wayne Coyne, and it is classic Flaming Lips art, and it is a gigantic, beautiful. It came framed that way. I think we must have gotten it from a label as a thank you for supporting the Flaming Lips or something. But either way, we got him to sign it, and it was from that period. I remember we had the poster, and we got Wayne to sign it then, and it was a really memorable incident, and it is, I think, one of the, I have a number of these Wayne Coyne made posters, but that one I think is the best. It's a really landmark poster. So there you have it, kind of the hip-hop episode of Tales of the Wall, with Jay-Z and Ghostface and Murs and Dilated, etc. and a few other things thrown in, some turntables and some flaming lips. So this was Tales of the Wall, episode 16, and we'll see you in a week or two, probably with another Vinyl University. This is Paul from Twist and Shout. See ya.